Alright, we got a walk around of an HL 6200 Orca from Chart. As you can see there, you've got a tank that holds the capacity of 6,200 gallons. With some ullage space, you're probably about 5,600 to 5,400 gallons of LNG topped off. You've got a Baldor generator, which runs all the components, including the pump, which I'll walk around and show you here shortly. Here's your control panel. As you can see, you've got a couple switches, and there's for shore power. So if you're to bypass the generator and just hook up to shore power, you would plug that shore power right in here, and your switch would be from off to shore power if you're plugged in. Otherwise, you would crank this over to generator power to start and automatically start the generator. To do that, you first flip the key, the voltage battery. That triggers the alarm, which you just hit reset. And once you've done that, the battery is turned on in the generator, and the methane detectors are starting to boot up. There's one here and one in the back cabinet I'll show you in just a minute. Then you would crank this over to generator, give it a few seconds, and the generator would automatically start. Once it's started and it's in generator mode and there are no warning lights, it would start to power up the back of the cabinet, which runs all your pump and everything, which is down here. Everything here would be powered up. There's the other methane sensor at the top. Then you have some gauges here. On the left, you have the pressure in the tank. We've just purged it and vented it down. We had some LNG in it, and we're testing the pump. You can see we've got in the center gauge about 2 inches left of LNG inside, so we've still got really cold LNG in there, and we're letting it vaporize off as we purge it down one last time. Over here, you've got the fill valve, where when a tanker would come in, you would connect this fitting to the tanker, which goes in here to a manifold and goes to a bottom fill or a top fill. And you can regulate how you fill your Orca by opening either one of these two valves. And as you do that, you'll watch your inches and correspond that with this chart over here, which gives you how full your Orca is. When you get to about 25, 26 inches, you'll be approaching the very top of the tank, at which point to verify you're full, you can open this valve V19, which is your tricock. If you open that as you fill, you will hear and see the vent stack right there open and show you that you're reaching the top of the tank. This is another fitting where you can actually fuel the Orca through the pump housing, and we don't use this one at all, really. We stick to this side and refill the Orca on this side. This goes through a little different process. If you look here at the P&ID, you can see that fill valve will come through the pump and up into the tank instead of just directly in to the tank itself, which is what we do. Then you've got a couple things down here. You'll have, this will read your flow rate on your pump. There'll be, the numbers will turn on when the generator turns on, this light will turn green, meaning you're in auto dispense mode, which you should always stay here. If you go from that position to manual recircle, manual dispense, the pump will automatically override the system and you'll have the pump on continuously. With it in auto mode and this lit up, you'll take your hose for fueling a truck, as you can see here, comes down into a breakaway coupling. This is to prevent an accidental drive away with the hose. If that happens, this breaks here and this air hose would break, closing that valve there.